Eric Taylor, bigeastrology, and I'm here tonight for episode 131 of my Knowledge is Love podcast here on the tube that is you. And what am I talking about? You know what it is. It is the Scorpio lunar eclipse coming up on May 5th, right? Viernes, Friday. And it's the 5-5 portal. It's at 1:34 p.m. Eastern, 10:34 a.m. Pacific. And the Scorpio full moon is at 14 degrees, 58 minutes. So basically, it's like 15 degrees. Right in the middle of the fixed signs, right? The sun, it will be in Taurus. And there's a lot going on in this chart. We're going to talk about it. Hello to everybody in the chat. I'm going to get to you. Let me introduce my sidekick tonight, Mr. Mateus.
Hi.
There he is. Stand up. Come on. This is my football star. His football team won this weekend, 41-35. He had 2 receptions and got a touchdown.
Yeah.
And it was hot. They were playing in 90. It was 99 degrees when the game ended. It started at 97 degrees. Okay.
We're going against the Vikings.
Yeah, they beat the Vikings. His team is the Rams. So, and my other son, his soccer team won Saturday. His brother, twin brother Jackson, 14-0. Jackson didn't score, but he scored a lot this season. He had 5 assists though. So it was really awesome. So we're going to get to everything. So let me break it down. So the chart. So the moon's wrapping up in Virgo now, entering Libra. I didn't check the astro weather this moment, so I don't know the rising, but the moon is in Libra, I believe, right now. But we're focused on May 5th, right? Oh, and I have a quick announcement. I'll remind you guys at the end of the show, but May the 4th, I'm going to be on Sarah Ashley's Instagram, right? Sarah Ashley Astrology. I had her on my show. I'm going to be on her Instagram talking about this on May the 4th, right? May the 4th be with you, talking about the Scorpio lunar eclipse on May the 5th. So make sure, and it's 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And I'll put something in community so you guys can check it out and join us live, me and Sarah again, but this time on her channel, on her Instagram. She's got a big following there, so make sure you come. I mean, I think she's got like over 10,000 people or followers. So, she's a big deal on Instagram. So it should be really fun. So a couple interesting notes about this chart, right? The chart ruler, because it's a Scorpio lunar eclipse, is Mars. Just like the Aries new moon, the chart ruler was what? Mars. So the next 2 coming up in October will both be Taurus and Libra. There'll be the Venus stuff coming up, okay? So there's a lot to get into. The chart is a Cancer ascendant. Mars and Lilith are in a conjunction in the ascendant in Cancer. And because the ruler of this eclipse is Scorpio, Mars is the planetary ruler. So there's an extra emphasis on the first house, the ascendant, the physical appearance, the outer mask, the I am energy. Mars in Scorpio is overly protective. It's very emotional, intense emotions. It's about its family, right? But remember, Lilith being on the ascendant there too, this is a very intense energy where you can just be rejected for your nurturing and your caring. You could be rejected for your emotions. You got to find sort of like your Cancer tribe, right? But this is about protecting the home, the family. This is not a bad eclipse. The energy after, the week or 2 after, and the eclipse will go for 6 months. You don't manifest during eclipses, lunar or solar. But this is all about the introspection. With Mars, the eclipse ruler, excuse me, my nose is itching, in Cancer on the ascendant with Lilith, it's a very assertive, aggressive energy, initiating. It's very sexual, right? Lilith on the ascendant, conjunct Mars. It's a very intense sexual energy. But you also are going to have Venus at 27 degrees in Gemini and Juno, the asteroid for long-term relationships and marriage, in the 12th house. Excuse me. Oh my God, my nose is just itching. So it's really fascinating. So that means the Scorpio moon's in the 5th house. And then in the 11th house, you have the North Node, right? I think about to go to 3 degrees, but I still think it's exactly at 4 degrees with Uranus at 18 in Taurus, opposing the moon in Scorpio, and conjunct the North Node. What does this all mean? Well, this is the very karmic fated energy. And it's about us trying to purge, detox, and release what no longer serves us in our physical body, but also in our heart, because it's in the fifth house. Our creativity, our children, our hobbies, our speculative gains, right? But release those things from even your high school, college years, right? Oh, you were so drunk, and or some, some girls in college that go through getting sexually assaulted, stuff like that. You've got to identify, release, and purge this energy. This is the last time, right? We won't be dealing with this nodal axis until we get to the opposite of it, where the North Node will be in Scorpio until 2031. Okay. So this Scorpio Taurus axis, this is it, because July 17th, we'll be going into the Aries North Node, right? And Libra South Node. But for the Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, this is in, rising signs. This is definitely something that can be extremely powerful and can affect you, right? Whether it's in your home, your career, your public image, your legacy, or the access of self and your other half, relationships, marriage, partnerships for business. Scorpio Taurus is the access of what? Money, possessions. And with the North Node being in Taurus conjunct Uranus, this is very, very much with the Sun, North Node, and Uranus about us understanding our own inner authority. What's karmic and destined for us? What downloads do we receive about what we value, our self-worth? This isn't like preach and teach to other people and, oh, you need to meditate more. And no, it's about your own individual process. What you need to surrender and let go of, what you need to release, right? Don't worry about the neighbor. Don't worry about the friend, the spouse, the children. Your children may not know about it, but so you can guide them, right? I'm going to do that with my boys. But this energy is about, it's on you, the individual, right? Because we have got to surrender, release, detox, and purge what no longer serves us. And remember, this is a 18th month cycle. This has been going on since, I think, November of 2021, right when I was getting out of the hospital. Okay, this is when the eclipse, the nodal shift went into Taurus. So just understand, you guys, we're dealing with a lot of energy that we've been holding that's maybe been very private or secret or intense emotions. Scorpio can be very secretive, but at the same time, it's always wanting to know the truth, right? It's the truth seeker, the truth speaker. Scorpio rising, my second album, True Speaker. But you have to understand that right now, just with all the energy, we can be getting body aches, headaches, right? A lot of things with our physical body, with Uranus conjunct the sun. And at this chart, you got Chiron conjunct the midheaven, Jupiter getting ready to leave Aries, going into Taurus for about a year on May 17th. So good things are coming up ahead in your Taurus house. But understand, you've got to do this work first. Okay? This is the last cleanup. This is that last time. Now, we will still, deal with, oh my God, coming up with in October, right? We're going to get into the Aries. Well, I think it's going to be like a hybrid again. So we'll have the Taurus, I think, Libra new moon and Taurus full moon. Okay. And then I'm getting confused, but it's basically, we had the Aries and the Scorpio, and then we're going to have the Taurus and the Libra. but it'll be the final time of this axis. And then it's going to be all Aries and Libra for the nodal shifts and the eclipses, okay? You guys, what's important is to focus on what you value. Your family, your self-worth, what you collect, right? Your material items, your 5 senses. This is an energy where we can be introspective and really tap into our 6th sense for your highest, greatest good. But it is time to surrender and release. Scorpio sometimes can be what? Possessive. Taurus is possessions. Scorpio can manipulate. It can be very obsessive. All that stuff we've got to release. There's no ownership. For you people with Scorpio Sun Moon risings or Pluto Scorpio generation, surrender and let go of your power control dynamics. They will not serve you. Mercury and Pluto in retrograde. It's time to be introspective and transform. Even your positive self-talk to yourself. Stop speaking bad to yourself. Your subconscious mind is listening. Stop the gossiping. That's a download that I just recently got too. Because your subconscious mind doesn't understand when you're talking about yourself or someone else. So it thinks it's just you're talking bad about yourself. You over there, dissing this lady and this dude and this and that. And I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me too. We have to watch our mouths, our tongues. Okay? So we'll get back into this. Let's go to the chat. Tay, let's see who's here and what's rocking.
Okay.
Hope you guys are doing good tonight. And share your Sun Moon rising if you're new. Welcome. I'm Eric Taylor, Biggie Astrology. And what house your Scorpio's in? This Scorpio lunar eclipse full moon. Let me know. Go ahead.
So Evelyn said, "Hi, hey Eric."
What's up, Ev?
Ralph
Maello.
What
up, bro?
said hi there. Then Nikki said, "Hey, I have Lilith midheaven, Chiron, and Scorpio. I am currently watching Paris Hilton interview on Jay Shetty podcast. She is North Node and Leo and Lilith and Scorpio. Like me, I like her."
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Nice to meet you. Like truths are coming out. Pluto in Aquarius. There'll be truths about science, technology, the AI. Elon Musk and other people, they were like, yo, we're releasing the AI too much too fast. You've got like 500 AI sites for all this stuff, but it's too much. We're not ready for it. So we'll see how this all plays out, but that's what Pluto does. It transmutes and transforms and then brings up everything hidden underground, right? From the dark web, all this stuff. Oh, we're going to see some stuff the next 20 years. Strap your boots on. All right, go ahead.
The Mama Mist.
Hey, Mama Mist.
Mama Mist said, "Hey, E."
What's up, girl? Sorry, I'm trying to get my crystals. Who else?
Clarice Torres said, "Hi."
Hello. Clarice or Clarice Torres? Clarice Torres. How are you? Nice to meet you. Eric Taylor. If you guys new here, want to share your Sun, Moon, and Rising, go ahead. I always like to drop some little nuggets on you. And anybody wants to book any chart services or find out about my services, email me directly at tailoredtoyoucoaching@gmail.com. I'm in transition, so soon, everything will be, I'll probably have Eric at bigeastrology.com. The website is, you still could type in tailoredtoyoucoaching.com, but it will soon be Big E Astrology. So just be patient with me, but things are moving. Okay. I'm going to be, I'm going to have some merch soon. First, I'm going to have some t-shirts, show them to you. If you guys are interested, we can order t-shirts, stuff like that. But yeah, the new website's going to be nice. It's going to take some time, but it's coming. All right. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. And hey, you new people, if you're not, go follow me on Instagram, please, or TikTok at Big E Astrology. I appreciate it. This is the time to journal, to go back, look at your house where the Scorpio is, and see, what themes that you need to release and surrender, purge and detox, right? If it's in your ascendant, it's things from your childhood, your physical body, your I am energy, your second house, right? It's going to be stuff around your family values, how you earn money, how you save it. Your third house, your siblings, your relationship with your mom, communications, your local community, neighbors, cousins. Your fourth house, things from your home, mom, your emotional, psychological mind, right? Fifth house for the Cancer rising, like the chart is, right? It's going to be around your children, your creativities, your self-expression, things that no longer serve you in the realm of dating and romance and fun sex. Sixth house, health, your coworkers, your boss, right? Purging, releasing some of those things, your health and hygiene. Seventh house, relationships, your marriage, your business partnerships. This could just be having an honest conversation with your spouse saying, look, I need this from you. I want to, do this. I want to do that. It doesn't have to be separation or divorce, but it's going to be something that's going to be for your greater good. Eighth house, this is around other people's money, maybe something with your in-laws, right? Debt, taxes, inheritance. It's also going to be about maybe you're releasing the fact that you are ready now to investigate occult knowledge and okay, I want to transmute or transform some of my beliefs and philosophies and learn about astrology, tarot, human design, numerology, right? Ninth house, transforming your beliefs, purging, okay, I'm no longer only believing this, I'm becoming more spiritual. Maybe it's time that you actually publish or write the book that your soul has been poking you to write. 10th house, things with your father, workplace, career, legacy, your reputation, right? After work, you go out and you always drink and you got to stop it. Alcohol actually shrinks your brain. Okay. So bless you, you're purging and detoxing that. 11th house, some of your friends, some of your behavior on the internet. The third house, sorry, more social media, but 11th house, the internet in general. Maybe you're feeling karmically pulled to start to take an astrology class over the internet. You're like, oh, Eric, I want to take your level 1 class in the fall, in September or August, and then sign up next spring for your level 2 class, if you want to become a professional astrologer, or sign up for astrological life coaching or one-on-one astrology courses, right? I worked with Evelyn one-on-one, other people. So the 12th house, and also maybe you're releasing certain things with your older sibling, purging and detox, right? Groups, social networks and groups, releasing hurt wounds, being rejected or kicked out of groups when you were a young kid. 12th house, the isolation, subconscious, unconscious mind. Maybe it's time you write that dream book and get in there to heal your inner child. Okay? So, that's what's going around with all the ascendants with the Scorpio. In terms of Scorpio, there's also that element of fear, right? Because Scorpio is about loyalty and trust and merging, deep intimacy. And so there can be fears for Scorpio energy about merging or about connecting with someone on a deep level, right? Scorpio is about trust. It can be hard for them to trust. And they can ask you questions and not reveal anything about themselves. So there's a lot with this energy, but understand this is all for your greater good. But like I said, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Pluto, you've got to, or if you got a stellium, you've got to understand the real power and control comes from when you're willing to surrender and release and let go. That's when you're on your, you're on your square, on your highest vibration. Okay? It's not easy. This chart is not that bad, but like I said, we're going to get into some other energies that can be a lot more challenging. Okay, go ahead.
Evelyn said a very emotional day today.
I hope you feel better, Evelyn.
Moon Goddess said, "Hey Eric, Scorp rising, Neptune in Scorpio."
I know, girl. What's up, Moon Goddess? So it looks like we got a new sidekick here coming. Y'all want to say what's up to the truth? Get to see two of my boys. Say what's up.
Hi.
The truth is here. All right, we're getting ready for the big birthday. We're about to turn 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to Gemini season. We still got to rock with the Tauruses, but he's got that Taurus Mercury, so he's he doesn't like to do the artwork, but he's a natural artist. But with Taurus and Mercury in retrograde during this eclipse, we understand that Pluto's in retrograde, Taurus in retrograde, and Mercury in retrograde, and they're both in what? Fixed signs. Fixed signs, even though Taurus is feminine and Aquarius is masculine, the fixed signs don't always like to be introspective. Taurus and Scorpio more so, but fixed signs can be what? Stubborn. And so it's really powerful at this lunar eclipse that you got Mercury and Taurus, communications, writing, transformation, power, control, in retrograde, because it's like we have to be introspective about our money, our values, our power, control, our groups, our humanity, our friends, our self-worth, right? So take this time and understand this eclipse. Now remember, it's so at 1458 and at 4, it's still in a conjunction. So it's like it's not like an exact eclipse. You'll have lunar or solar eclipses where the sun moon will be right at the north and south node degree point. This is not that. You're like dealing with 14 to 4, but still within the 10 degrees of the conjunction, right? But it's still sending a really distinct message. Retrograde. The only power you have is to master self. Who are you? Do you value yourself? Do you have self-love? What do you need to transmute out of your lives? What do you still need to purge and detox? Mars, Cancer, conjunct Lilith on the ascendant, right? Who's your tribe? And Mars being on the ascendant, you have to initiate. You initiate the safety, security. You initiate the I am energy to go get it and attack and embrace life. Okay. It's very distinct. This energy is powerful. All right. So we're down towards the end. He got close.
Okay.
Maybe he didn't.
No. Okay, well, I'm just going to start right here. Okay. Jessica said, "What's up, both boys?" And then Audra Dye said,
"Hey, Jessica.
Saw the kids on foreign FB page kicking butt in the sports. Congrats to them."
Oh yeah, they had a good sports weekend. Yeah, the Taylor twins got them W's, football and soccer, and the Heat too. Thank you, Audra. Yeah. Any questions about or any comments or about the Scorpio? Like what house your Scorpio's in? Because I just went through all the 12 houses, but understand too. Think about Scorpio. Right? It's the scorpion transforming to the phoenix rising out of the ashes, which can be painful, and then ascending to be the eagle soaring. Right? Remember the dollar bill, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the trine, right? Election day, Independence Day, Election Day, and Inauguration Day used to be March 4th. And The eagle represents our country, and Scorpio, as you see, and I put it in my graphic, the constellation for Scorpio is Anguilla, the eagle. So it's the eagle soaring. So it goes through that process. So Scorpios, so everybody thinks Scorpio is so sexual. But the truth is Gemini and Leo are more sexual. Scorpio is about deep intimacy, truth, loyalty, and merging. It's soul merging. Scorpio's ride or die. They're very loyal. I'm Scorpio rising. I'm super loyal. But it's about the truth. And so Scorpios have to also at this time, Sun, Moon, rising, or you Scorpio, Pluto generation, we have to be honest with our own emotions. What emotional baggage have we been holding on to? What do we need to release and purge that no longer serves us? What are we trying to control in others that we need to focus on ourselves, our I am? Okay? It's very important. And with Mercury and Pluto in retrograde, there's a lot about understanding that death and rebirth of Scorpio, the thin veil, the physical and the spiritual realm. We have to look at our shadow side. We can't act like it doesn't exist, right? There's no darkness without light. There's no light without darkness. And so fear nothing. Fear nothing. Okay? I went through my dark night of the soul and probably been through quite a few of them. You can have more than one. But understand, what lessons do you learn? How does your faith increase? How do you transform your lives? How do you change what you're doing? So many of us are on autopilot all day long, letting the subconscious mind drive the ship. You're only consciously living and aware 5 to 15% most of the day. This is why you have to do the work. This is why I work with you guys. And I'm telling you, when you come and work with me, it's going to be powerful and transformative, because I'm going to get you to get into that inner child and get into the subconscious mind. Because what happens when you're rocking on the subconscious mind and you haven't cleaned it out and healed it, your autopilot 85% of the day, that rote memory that we all just like get in the car, go to work, get on the train, do this, I do that, I eat the same thing, right? That's being in the matrix, the rat race. How do you reprogram yourself so you don't keep making the same, aren't you tired of yourself? At what point are you going to get disgusted, annoyed, and tired with yourself? Keep making these promises and breaking them. Fake New Year's resolutions. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to stop dating bad guys. I'm going to stop dating, dating, the wrong women. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop the bad habit. Oh, I'm going to stop smoking. Oh, I won't drink anymore. I won't do any drugs. Don't talk about it. Just do it. Right? Make it happen. Let's make it happen Monday. You got to make it happen when you're born in Manhattan. But that's what this energy is about. It's time to stop playing games. Be honest and purge, detox, and release it. This is a great time to not allow any more energy vampires, you guys. You have the right to protect your energy, right? Just because someone calls them and you got to pick up the phone, right? Sometimes the cell phone rings. I won't even look at it. In my house, people are like, oh, the phone's ringing. I'm like, so what? I got an answer machine, right? You have to not be a slave to these devices and these technologies. It's not good. So Scorpio third house for the Virgo rising, it's important to, really think about the younger siblings, the adult relationship with mom. What jealousy or envy are you still holding on to? What control, possession, manipulation? Someone abused you, whatever it is, you just got to let it go. And I'm not saying that any of this is easy, but when you're intentional about something and you decide to do it, these are the types of times and energies that can help guide you and will push you towards your greater good, right? We're all focused on what? Our values, our material items, our five senses. This right now, when you do the introspection and you meditate on this eclipse, this is where you can activate that sixth sense or that seventh sense for real, because Uranus is going to be conjunct this north node, opposing the moon. You may get the downloads, the visions, the dreams. It's at 1:34 p.m. during the day, 10:34 a.m. on the west side, right? So it's like find the time the night before or the night of it on the 5th or the night before on the 4th where you're really like thinking of things that are pulling you to new levels of self-love and self-worth. You are all good enough. You are all capable. You all chose to be born at this time. Congratulations. You made it through one of the most diabolical, manipulative times in human history, the last 2.5 years. You survived it. But you are built for it. You chose to be born during this time. That's powerful. None of us are victims. We chose our parents. You have a lot of Scorpio, Aquarius placements. There's a lot of karmic experiences and lessons you have signed up for. So grow, evolve, heal, break generational curses, right? Some of us are here to break generational curses, to remember this ancient wisdom and knowledge, right? To tap into the Akashic records, to become intuitive psychics, to become astrologers, tarot readers, human design readers, numerologists, all this. They want to call it New Age. No, this is older than any of the religions. Are you kidding me? It's Monday, the day of the moon. Sunday was the sun. Tuesday, Marte is the planet Mars. Astrology is the first calendar. Wednesday, Miracle is Mercury. Thursday, whoever is Jupiter. Friday, Viernes, money, date night, women, Venus. Saturday, Sabado, the day of the Sabbath, discipline. It's very clear. You need to learn it. The power people, they know it. They're not in the dark. You got to come to the light, learn this stuff, all right? And so, by the way, my Taurus birth chart sale is going on until May 20th. So all you Taurus sun signs, holla at your boy. Normally $100 live for 60 minutes over Zoom, only $91 for Taurus. And the big custom video summary with, video, 40, 50-minute custom video summary of your chart, and then no more written. Retired from the written chart. So if you got one, cherish it. But and then an audio breakdown of all your transits and stuff like that. Normally $250, $209. Okay, Taurus. My mom was a Taurus, so you got a nice little special discount. Let's go back to the chat.
Okay. So Kimberly said Scorpio with Neptune and Mercury in my second house.
Hey, Kimberly. Yeah. And see, and with Mercury in retrograde and Taurus opposing this, and that your speech, your five senses in this moon, there's things, right, about the family and the past that no longer serve you, that you have to release and purge and detox. And doing it through spiritual practices will be the best way, right? Mercury, Neptune, second house. Okay. So get into that Kundalini yoga and do what you got to do. But, don't allow people to suck away your gifts, your spiritual gifts, and your energy. It's important. But at the same time, there will be a pull to want to connect with family, right? To spread love and healing to family. But understand with this chart and just this energy, it is on us that we can't try to control, influence others. We've got to take care of ourselves. Taurus North Node, Scorpio, full moon, lunar eclipse. The individual's got to figure out what house your Scorpio's in, what no longer is serving you, that you're holding on too tight to something. And this can be just old emotional baggage. If it's in the fourth house, right, this could be stuff with mom. She called you fat when you were 11 and you're like, yo, you're still holding on to that. Let it go. Right? Okay.
Okay. Then Mama Miss said Lilith in Scorpio 12th house definitely had me revisiting my inner child and how much of the negativity is mine and what's others' projections on me and how I'm not responsible for their mess.
Yes. And see, that's the thing. See, when you tune into the root chakra, you guys, and thank you for sharing that, Mama Miss, that's powerful. But understand, it's about you finding that Scorpio tribe, right? Where you're going to have friends that are ride or die and loyal. Not the hidden enemies of the 12th house, but the people who see your hidden talents as being a great energy. You're very empathic, Mama Miss, right? And very intuitive. But it's wanting you to stay and get down into that root chakra and to, release and purge, right? Any of the negative dialogue that you've heard about yourself. You're amazing. But walk in that, claim that and believe it. Okay? Go ahead.
Okay. Then, let me see. Clarissa just said Pluto's in my second, is in my first, and Scorpio, and Scorpio second.
So you're a Libra rising, Pluto on the ascendant. So, you're learning life lessons, right? Through relationships. That's a really, the Pluto Libra generation, you guys, they really, everything. So many of them have been divorced. I actually haven't met too many clients with Pluto Libra. They either have never been married or they've been married at least twice, And I see it in my wife, right? My wife, Pluto Libra. I'm her second husband. And so there's a lot of lessons to be learned for Pluto Libra in their relationships, and not just with their spouse, all their relationships. There's that death and rebirth, that transformation, transmutation. And there's the need to surrender the power and the control. You can't control others. Release it. Scorpio's second house, you got to release some of the attachments to the material items. Attachments to food, right? Some of the things that family members said. Think of eclipses, right? They're very karmic and fated. Remember in the ancient times, they always thought it was like eclipses were there to show you big changes in government or kings and kings being overthrown and stuff like that. Yeah, that stuff still can happen nowadays. You might see some stuff in the news the next little bit or even for the next 6 months. Because this energy will linger the next 6 months. But, the gift is that Jupiter's coming to join the party in Taurus, right? May 17th. And by the way, happy May, right? May 1st. And, this is definitely a time for us to spend time and get grounded in nature. Put your hands and feet in the dirt and the grass. Hug a tree. Yeah, I said it. Hug a tree, right? Go out there and mingle with the plants. Plant something. Get your hands dirty. Trust your intuition. Trust your meditation and your downloads about what it is exactly you need to release. Because remember, the moon is opposing Uranus and Taurus. So maybe spend some time Thursday, Friday, meditating or grounding outside in nature. Right? Uranus is the god of the sky, Saturn's father, ancient Kemet, Osiris. Let those downloads just come in from God's source energy and be like, thank you, God. Right? It doesn't matter who you believe in. right? Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, this one, that one, but be thankful to God's source energy. Gratitude is the key. Appreciate Taurus, the fabrics, the five senses. Appreciate you have a bed sheet, a blanket, a home. My wife and I saw a man walking down the street the other night barefoot in 10 o'clock at night, no shirt on. And it was just like, you got to stop and be thankful for your car, your shoes, your home, that you got a shirt. There's kids who have poor vision like me and don't have glasses to see. I'm thankful for my glasses, my reading glasses, right? So I can see the degrees on the charts and stuff like that. My son, his contacts, you know what I mean? Be thankful for the food, the water, and speak gratitude to the water. There's scientific studies, right, that show that water shapes in harmonious, positive ways when you speak love to it. Thank the water before you drink it and put it in your body. Thank the water when you shower. Thank the water when you jump into a pool or an ocean. Gratitude and vibrating from the heart chakra. Yeah, that's what's important at this time, but always. Go ahead. You guys got this. Last couple comments, okay?
Okay. Mom Miss said, sixth house. Did I read this one? Sixth house for all 3 Mars.
No, who's that?
Okay. Trust, Tercy Hutchins said sixth house for all 3 Mars and Scorpio, Saturn and Scorpio, and Pluto and Scorpio.
Ooh, Mars, Saturn, Scorpio, sixth house, and Pluto. So Sag, Shooter, Gemini rising. Yeah. I mean, listen, make sure, right? Colon, ovarian cancer, Saturn, sixth house, you're going to live a longer than average life. But you could have some chronic illnesses and pains. Okay. But, this tells me you're going to work hard, long hours. And Mars there too. You could really do well in massage and Reiki, working in a hospital with X-ray machines, MRIs, being a financial advisor, planner, banking, healing, medical. Chances are you don't really want to work for nobody. You want to be a boss. But if you don't have that opportunity, that's okay. But you should definitely hit me up for a chart reading, okay? And, you got this. Pluto Scorpio generation, you guys have got to heal. You're supposed to lead us through Pluto and Aquarius the next 20 years. Pluto Sag is right there to kind of help and support, and they'll be coming into their own. But Pluto Scorpio, it's on you. You're up to bat. You got to help transform the world, but you got to get your healing done now. Put in the work, introspection. Pluto Scorpio generation, you're very focused on the pain, trauma, and crises you guys went through, the abuse, the sex, the this. Stop focusing on the sex and the money. Your real power is when you release the power and control. You guys have a lot of boss energy, but there's this, sometimes like overvaluing yourself because you can manifest the money easily. But you got so much purging and healing and detoxing to do. To have the true, real power comes through surrender, letting go, and then trusting in yourself, learning to trust others in healthy ways, and then always trusting in God's source energy. I love you, Pluto Scorpio, and I'm here for you. Okay? I work with a lot of you guys, and you're millennials, you guys are amazing. But it's not just enough to identify the 10 things wrong with you. What are you doing about it? this Scorpio lunar eclipse is allowing you and letting you know it's time to release it, to purge it, to transmute it. You're ready. Okay. Listen, Audra and I have a special bond because she was there. She was that one client that was there when I went through what I went through. And Audra was patient but encouraging and supportive, even to my wife, and just praying for my healing. I'll never forget you, Audra. This is how much I am of a Capricorn moon workaholic. I felt bad that I was in the hospital and couldn't get your chart done, and then I almost died. So that just shows you know what I mean? But yeah, Audra, hit me up. But yeah, you have to give yourself grace and mercy and positive self-talk. Always love yourself. Always know that you're amazing, and your connection to the animals and horses is beautiful. Okay. Oh my God. We were riding horses. Remember for Christmas, we went to this place and did you love the horses? He loves horses. We had a good time. I grew up riding horses. I told you that too, but we did it over the holidays. It was amazing. Just focus on, honestly, what is no longer serving you, right? You don't need any of those toxic Scorpio energies of envy, manipulation, jealousy, control, power over people. You shouldn't have power over anybody. The only power you need is over your own mind and your own heart. If you can't control yourself, you have nothing. Have the spiritual discipline. Know how to control yourself. Don't sit there and be like, oh my God, I was craving it. I had to do it. No, you didn't. Don't give in to carnal urges. Have discipline. As human beings, we're nothing without discipline. Okay? Still got my Taurus birth chart sale. I'll be announcing a new service with my astrological life coaching, right? I got 5 weeks, first live chart reading, then 4 weeks for $425. If you already got a chart from me, it's just $375 for 4 weeks, right? And what I do is each week we break down 3 houses at a time. Okay, teaching you how to live and exist with the flow and energy of your birth chart. But the new version is 7 weeks, $650. I'll be announcing it, video, graphic here, and it's going to be 2 houses at a time. First chart reading and then 2 houses for the next 6 weeks. And it's a service I'm really proud of, but I want you guys to understand it's a game changer. We go through everything. We're going to heal the inner child, take care of that subconscious mind, find your hidden gifts and talents, right? Tap into your creativity, the parents, the siblings, your children, your marriage partner. We get into all of it, okay? So holla at your boy, tailoredtocoaching@gmail.com.
Anyway.
All right, you guys. It's been fun. Big E Astrology, episode 131, Knowledge is Love, Scorpio, Lunar Eclipse, May 5th, 5/5 portal. Okay? Right? Do something creative about what you want to purge and release. Vibrate from the heart chakra and know that you are ready to release and handle this energy. Do everything with love and gratitude. God bless. Big E Astrology. Peace.
Bye.